Boom, let's not waste any time here. Why is that not working for? Terrible. Good evening, Luke. Good evening to you too. Andrew Gomez is signed for Lille. Well, okay. Whatever floats his boat. Right. It is a bit of an optical illusion, isn't it? Ring of Honor. We're going for the classic Ring of Honor arena like we did before, which I quite like. In their first opportunity to what they can do here tonight. Right, here we go then. We're starting things off with a number 1 contendership match for the Pure Championship, currently held, of course, by Bobby Fish. That'd be interesting, Jay, if they did something like that. He's got to win it first. The thing is, he's still unbeaten, technically. He's not been pinned or submitted so far, has he, in AEW? So if MJF was to go on a 2-year championship reign, that would mean he'd be undefeated for like 3 years. That's Goldberg territory, that is. I was supposed to put this down as a submission match and I completely forgot, but hey-ho. It should probably end in submission anyway, to be honest with you, since both these guys have submission finishers. So it probably will finish in submission anyway. As Aries is looking for a bit of a squash here by the looks of it, you know. Boom. Has he squashed him here? Holy crap. What is wrong with Gresham and Lethal on this game? Everything Gresham and Lethal touch turns to absolute crap. Wow. I mean, there's not even that much difference between these two in rating-wise either. It's crazy. That is dodgy as hell. Okay, well, it is what it is. That's what the game's thrown out. And Jonathan Gresham, just like himself and Lethal have done in New Japan, and they're just failing. Absolutely failing. And it seems like Austin Aries is going to get an opportunity in the near future against Bobby Fish for that Pure Championship. That was very quick. Well, we move on. Match number 2 of the evening. That's crazy, that was. At least this one shouldn't be as fast. This is going to be a first round match in our Tag Team Championship tournament. That's it. Early finish for me, Jay. Well, it won't be. I'll be too busy editing Final Fantasy videos, probably, because that's a big, difficult thing to do, that is. To make the sort of videos I'm trying to make. I spent about 4 hours editing one yesterday. I'm getting there now, though, with the... I've nearly got all the seasons up now, so we're almost back up to date with what we were. So Season 1 and Season 3 are completely up. Season 2's in the process of being uploaded now as well. And, of course, we'll upload Season 3 as we go along as well. So we should have all of these online by the end of next week. Just so we can ever go back if we want to and check out things. But, of course, I'll tell you what I've not done. I've copied and pasted the description down below, haven't I? And I've still got Impact in there. I haven't got Ring of Honor, have I? I hope I've actually put Ring of Honor in there. Not really, so Impact. ROH. Copy the link. Okay. Good old Europa League Wednesday tomorrow. Right, that's that updated now, that's cool. Okay. So this should be a bit of a slower match now, being a tag team match. Say first round in our tag team championship tournament. We've got a lot of fantastic teams here in Ring of Honor. So it'll be interesting which one of these teams is crowned our first champion. And it'll be interesting to see if Ring of Honor can be the first brand to overhaul New Japan. New Japan, the first brand now to get 3 seasons in a row, defeating NXT, defeating Impact, now going up against Ring of Honor. Yeah, Cage versus Allen will be on at All Out. I'm pretty sure that match is going to happen. MJF versus Moxley. I'm thinking Tag Team Championship. I'm thinking Revival, Bucks, Omega, and Hangman as a triple threat tag team match. I think that's going to be what it's going to be. Maybe Cody against the bigger name for that TNT Championship. Maybe Lance Archer comes back into it. Should be interesting. I think they're getting a few names back in now as well, because I saw for AEW Dark tonight we've got Jack Evans and Angelico back. So I dare say that's probably what we're going to get. We might get some more of the other people back soon. We might get Pac back soon, maybe. Let's twist of fate. Oh, Cody versus Brody is a good shout, actually. Yeah, Cody versus Brody. Did you watch the women's thing last night? The women's tournament. I was quite impressed with Tainara Conte, to be honest. Cameron was awful. Whatever her name is, Ariane Andrew. She was absolutely shockingly bad. But Tainara Conte was fantastic. I was so right as well. I said the other day that the reason... Oh, the Hardys got a quick win here as well. The reason why they gave Nyla Rose Adrienne as a partner was because it was an easy way to get a knocked out in an early round by having a weak partner. I was dead on right as well. The Hardys pick up the victory here in Ring of Honor over the Briscoes. So the Hardys will move on to the next round. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy get +1s. Mark Briscoe and Jay Briscoe with -1s. There we go. We move on. 2 matches down already. We've only been streaming for... How long have we been streaming for? About 10 minutes? I'd hope if I was on the right screen, wouldn't it, really? Triple threat action. That's fine. Ignore that. Analytics. There we go. We got it up there. Okay. Why is that blank? Can you see this? There we go. It's working now. Yeah, I'd like that, Jay, to be honest. I thought Tainara was fantastic. And Anna Jay, considering she's... I recall him saying not long ago that Anna Jay had only had like 15 or 20 matches in her entire career so far. She was very, very new to the whole thing, but I thought she was very impressive yesterday. And I noticed at the very end, and I don't know if you watched it right to the last minutes, but it looked to me like they'd turned Brandy heel. That's what it looked like to me. Which is odd, because I had a feeling they might go Brandy versus Ali at All Out, but... Yeah, Vader Scott was very, very good on commentary, to be honest. I was quite impressed. Yeah, you had Shol Guerrero as well as, obviously, Vicky there as well. It was pretty good. Yeah, this is Universe Mode X Games. It's our battle of the brands. So we're doing Ring of Honor versus New Japan, a month of each, and the brand that does the best we keep for another month, and then we replace the one that doesn't do as well for another one. I've seen bits and bobs, Jay. Not a lot recently, to be honest. Isn't she the one who's married to Speedball Mike Bailey, isn't she? I saw Mike Bailey quite a bit in PWG. He's quite good. So a big match, this one. I mean, I don't know where we really see these guys. I added a few extras. I'm assuming you might have seen them. I added a few extras to the roster yesterday because there's a big crossover between the Ring of Honor and New Japan rosters. It left us a bit of extra space, so I've added a couple of extras. I added in Kenny King as well as... That's not Rhino one. That's a bit embarrassing. Moose as well. So Moose is in this roster. That must be because I watched the Raw highlights first, and then I watched the AEW Women's show, and I watched the Raw one first because I was very interested to see what the plans were, considering they were teasing a groundbreaking announcement, and they were teasing this new stable, and it was, yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? Really. We've now got WWE Fight Club. And we've got this new stable of people dressed in black throwing Molotov cocktails at equipment. Ospreay now with the underhook. Up on the shoulder. And nice cutter onto the top of Dragon Lee at the same time. Evening, Bunmi. Chelsea's in the Champions League. Chelsea are out the Champions League, aren't they? It's just Man City in there now, isn't it? No, Chelsea are in there, aren't they? Who have Chelsea got then? Are they on tomorrow or are they later on? Chelsea have got... Oh, yeah, they got hammered by Bayern, didn't they? Did they get hammered by Bayern in the first round? Yeah. Yeah, Bayern won 3-0 at Stamford Bridge, didn't they? Okay. Well, you never know. Playing on Saturday, okay. Oh, that's pretty good. I didn't realise there was games on Saturday, to be honest. My dad's coming to visit, so at least we've got some football to watch. Saturday night? Yeah. Go on, be 2 games on. Go on. They're both 8 o'clocks. Okay, well, at least got a game of football on Saturday night. Yeah, you could be right, Joe. It could be very interesting. You could have a Manchester derby in the Super Cup next season. It's possible, Bunmi. Stranger things have happened. Liverpool did it, so why couldn't Chelsea? Ospreay now reaching up and slamming Kenny. It's been a really good match so far, hasn't it? Really good match. Let's whistle. Be interested to see what they do with the Europa League in that next season. Whether they're going to go back to the same standard of travelling all the way across Europe, or whether they'll stick to what they're doing again at the moment. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Hi, Alex. Yeah, well, she just came in trying to tell me something. I should go back outside again. Yeah, they're trying to tell me. They've been fed. They've got water. I don't know what they want. They're just mad. King now slamming Dragon Lee down. Well, I suppose the Champions League is the best one, isn't it, Bummy? I suppose that's where the bigger teams are. That's what the whole battle about the top four was all about. So, got to go Champions League, haven't you, really? I wouldn't say no to winning it, though, the Europa League. It's very possible. Oh, are they, Jay? I didn't realise that, to be honest. I just thought it looked like a pretty good triple threat. We do have Rush. We have them later on tonight, so we could use that as a stable. Ooh. Yeah, the Europa League shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest, Bummy, should it really? With, I mean, there's only really Wolves and Inter Milan are the two teams that I'm worried about. Apart from that, I reckon we could beat anybody in that tournament pretty easily. The battle commences. It looks like Kenny King and Dragon Lee actually working together at this point in time. Pinned by Dragon. Oh, trying to pin Kenny King. Not quite enough, though. Nice powerbomb over the top by Dragon Lee. Up on the shoulders, dropping Kenny King. Knee first in the face. Oh, wow. Yeah, what did he tell me? It's hard to tell, to be honest. Yeah, pretty well, Alex. It's our annual shutdown at work this week, so it's been quiet but busy because I get a chance to do a lot of the stuff I don't get to do normally because there's nobody harassing me. It's been pretty decent so far. Looking forward to tomorrow. Get a few beers and watch the Man United game. Very happy with that. This match has been longer than the previous two put together. I think it'd be good by me if we won the Europa League. Yeah, it'd be good. Oh, if Man United win the Europa League, don't Chelsea... Doesn't get to a point where Chelsea haven't qualified. Is that it? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think if Man United win the Europa League, then maybe Chelsea hasn't got to do the qualifying stage. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't believe the Briscoes are related to Jack Briscoe at all, to be honest. As well as... Oh, I didn't get the free card. I thought you didn't, man. This has been a hell of a match between these three so far, isn't it, actually? What are you running around about? Stop being crazy. Mad kids. Yeah, I'll be watching the Man United versus Last tomorrow. I think it's going to be a bit of a dead game because we're already 5-0 up from the first leg, so I would imagine that it's going to be a case of Man United playing their second team, isn't it, really? Keeping everyone fresh and fit for those bigger games. What is going on in there? One second, we're going to check in the garden because something mad's going on up there. What's up with them? They're going mad. One of them's just sprinted face first straight into the door. Yeah, I know you've got who was the Briscoe who was at Impact? That's Briscoe's son, isn't it, I think? Jay Briscoe? No. What was his name? Garrett Bischoff and someone else, didn't they? They weren't very good. A pair of them, to be honest. They're pretty disappointing, to be honest. I think the Briscoes very nearly signed for NXT a couple of years ago. That was it, Wes Briscoe, yeah. I think the Briscoes very nearly signed for NXT a couple of years ago, didn't they? Until one of them had some very homophobic tweets come out just before it happened, and they decided not to go ahead with it just in case. Yeah, God, that's when I stopped watching Impact now. As Kenny King picks him a massive win here. Yeah, I used to be a big fan of Impact until Aces and Eights and Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff being pushed as a tag team was just a bit too much for me, to be honest. Kenny King with a win. There's Kenny King. I put him on the rankings, didn't I? There he is, yeah. Kenny King with +2. -1 for Dragon Lee. And -1 for William Ospreay. There we go. Big win that was. Yeah, true, yeah. I think that might be his only son. Well, his only son in wrestling that I know of anyway. Gerald Briscoe. Yeah, Gerald Briscoe, 2 children, including Wes Briscoe. Is Wes still going? It looks like he might have retired now, has he? He did a little bit... Oh, my God. He worked in New Japan in 2014. But since that, I'm not sure yet, to be honest, Luke. I'm into chapter 8 out of 18, but I don't know if some of the chapters are longer than others, to be honest. I'm about 9 hours in at this point, but I have been taking my time and doing all the side missions as well. Probably still got a chunk left. I don't know when I'll get to stream it again next. Maybe Wednesday? No, not Wednesday. Third? No. Oh, well. Sunday then, maybe? It's not looking great, is it? Nice sharpshooter here, locked in by Cesaro on Sami Zayn. Again, very... Oh my God, what is it with the squash matches tonight? Ring of Honor not getting paid by the hour to work, are they? Sami Zayn just got hammered here. By Cesaro, wow. That's incredible. So we've had one match tonight which has lasted longer than the other 3 put together. How crazy is that? Eating Sanatai. Yeah, then for Wes Briscoe's doing anything else at the moment at all. Looks like he's retired, has he? Or... I don't know. Apparently he wrestles in something called Atomic Revolutionary Wrestling. And he's the current world champion in his first reign. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I think we'll probably have a little bit of... well, maybe we can build upon this. Maybe next week we can have Owens and Zayn versus Kings of Wrestling in the Tag Team Championship tournament, maybe. Give Sammy a chance to fight back. Talking of the World Tag Team Championship tournament, let's get straight into another first round match. It's the Buckaroos versus Bad Influence or SCU. I don't know what they were called. It's a bit like the Mighty Boosh, isn't it? They go by many names. I think YouTube's broken again, you know. Oh no. Maybe it is right. Just disappointing. I don't know if it's something that I think I broke it, to be honest. I don't know. I privated some of my streams and then re-uploaded them as like individual videos to make them a bit easier to watch. And then for some reason I lost like 7,000 views in one day, so I'm a bit confused what happened there, because I didn't lose them. They're still there, they're just hidden. Yeah, it's a weird one. Oh well. I'm sure it'll get fixed in the end. YouTube's funny, isn't it? It's like, you got less views than normal this month. This could happen because people were less inclined to watch your videos. Well done, YouTube. Well done at stating the obvious. You had less people watch your videos, which means you had less views. Well done, YouTube. Yeah, Claudio or Cesaro would be great in New Japan. I think there was an interview the other day with Chris Jericho, or was it an interview with his podcast, something like that, and he said that Cesaro was someone that he would desperately love AEW to pick up. And you got to think, if you're some of these people now, I mean, like a Cesaro, you've got to think about that, haven't you, really? I mean, he's not the youngest man in the world anymore, Cesaro, is he, really? And he's got to think he's earned a good amount of money over in WWE. Would he consider... how old is he? He's 40 years old now. Would he consider leaving WWE for one big push in AEW in the World Championship, potentially? No, I haven't yet, Luke. Is there anything interesting in there? I literally just noticed it as I was starting to stream, so I've not had a chance to watch it. FIFA 21 trailer. 3 hours ago. Let me. I'll watch it now quickly on mute while I'm doing this. See what's on there. Frozen. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little thing that shows you the runs. Yeah, that's what Jericho said. Jericho said in his podcast that he would drop everything in an instant to be able to work with the likes of Cesaro or Ricochet. I think he said it was like who would you want, and he said Cesaro, Ricochet, or I think he said Will Ospreay as well, were the three that he would really feel like they would be fantastic to work with. I think he'd be perfect for it, Cesaro. I think he should have had it by now, to be honest. Definitely should have had it. There's an opportunity here for us then. If we feel like it's the right option, then maybe he could be someone we could have as part of our Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match, or let him have a qualifier for it anyway. This one, of course, Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels versus the Young Bucks. A very good one. This happened in Impact, didn't it, a while ago? Was this the ladder or the TLC match they had between these two teams, was it? Sharpshooter here locked in. We've already seen one victory from a Sharpshooter tonight. Not to be a second one yet. At least they've made the collisions better in FIFA this year, then, have they? Where people are going to actually try and not run into people and get absolutely collapsed. That's the problem with Cesaro. Yeah, he's never really been given that singles push, has he? He had that little bit of a run with Heyman. But then obviously they panicked and brought Lesnar back, and that sort of dropped his run off the face of the earth, really, didn't it? But yeah, I think it's going to be a matter of time now. Now that there's money elsewhere and now that there's a platform elsewhere, I think we might see a few people take that lunge. I mean, we've seen it with Moxley. We've seen it with the Revival now. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see a few others sort of refuse to sign contracts and maybe take the opportunity. Why not? Yeah, I think I'll definitely be doing some more career modes, Luke, next season because they made it more manager style, I think. What's up, Alex? Yeah, definitely doing some. The fact that they made it more manager style is perfect for me. That's exactly what I want from the career mode. So I'll be doing a lot of that as well as the Ultimate Team as well. A lot of how-to videos and raking in the views. I think there will be some people that might consider it now, you know. I would be surprised if AJ Styles is one that will consider it at some point. Because he is not happy at all at the moment, is he? I don't know if anyone's aware of the story between himself and the reason Heyman got fired from Smackdown. And Gallows and Anderson getting released. That has left a very sour taste in AJ's mouth, that way. If anyone's aware of that, I don't know. I love that super kick off the top. I really do. Nick Jackson now rolling Chris Daniels up into the pin. And that is it. The Bucks pick up the victory over SCU. SCU. Later. SCU and the Elite get the win. We give points for Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. Minus points for Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. There we go. Oh, sorry to hear that, Alex. Hope you're doing all right. Right, we'll move on. Then we've got 2 more matches left tonight in Ring of Honor. We've got this triple threat first. Evening, BX Vid. Yeah, the thing I was talking about a minute ago with Heyman and AJ, if no one's heard about it yet, essentially Heyman lied to AJ. Heyman told AJ that told Gallows and Anderson they had nothing to worry about the releases and this, that, and the other. And then when it turned out Gallows and Anderson were being released, Heyman told AJ that he worked everything he could and tried his hardest to stop the release, and if he was told earlier, he might have been able to stop the release. Whereas it turns out, really, it was Heyman who politicked for them to be released in the first place. So basically, he lied straight to AJ's face, and he's lost the respect of a lot of people on SmackDown. That is one of the reasons why, well, the main reason why Heyman ended up getting kicked from SmackDown, because apparently a lot of people refused to work with him after that. And yeah, it's left a very bad taste in AJ's mouth, the fact that Gallows and Anderson were released. He wasn't very happy about it, and you never know. You could see him become a bit of a rebel to the next contract. What's up, Millington? Really? What else can you tell me? So my cat just came to talk to me. Yeah, it was a bit BX vid, and apparently AJ said that he spoke to a lot of other people, and it's not the first time he's thrown other people under the bus. Is that really where AJ Styles wants to be, though, as the Intercontinental Champion? I think for him, it's just a case of they just lied directly to his face. Well, Heyman lied directly to his face. I was very surprised that Gallows and Anderson were released, to be honest. Apparently, I did read somewhere that a lot of the people released were the people that complained about the Saudi shows and stuff like that. And apparently, they were two people that really complained about the way the Saudi shows were done and the plane getting held up and all that sort of stuff. But I was really surprised they released them, to be honest. And AJ was not happy, so you never know. AJ's somebody who might consider it. But yeah, people like Cesaro, people that are, you know, underutilized, I suppose. I often wonder about Adam Cole as well. Only because his wife works for AEW. Do you think he might even think about it at some point? Good relationship with the Bucks and Cody and Omega. His wife works there. I completely agree, Jay. The WWE should go nowhere near Saudi again. They shouldn't have gone anywhere near Saudi in the first place. The American government told them it was a terrible idea. But Vince saw the blood money and went, yep, we're having this. Yeah, I never really understood that, Terrence. I really thought that Gallows and Anderson should have been one of the main tag teams in AEW, especially with, not AEW, sorry, WWE. Especially with AJ by the side. They get the perfect chance to build a really strong stable then. For some reason, they just didn't use them correctly at all. I don't know why, but I mean, AJ's earned enough money in his career now. It's all up to what he wants to achieve, if anything, before he retires, I suppose. He might want to have one run in AEW. He might want to finish off and retire in WWE, I suppose. It's up to him. I was thinking the other day about how many of the WWE gimmicks Impact have just taken over with them. Because I saw the other day that Sami Callihan's the Hacker, which was his Solomon Crow gimmick in NXT. Heath is doing his I've got kids and unemployed gimmick, which was his last year's gimmick in WWE as well. Eric Young has still kept his entire Sanity character, apart from a massive back tattoo now. Martinez now, nice, slamming PCO face first. I'd like to see Heath do something. I just don't know where you put Heath. That's the only thing with Heath for me. I mean, it's the same problem WWE had with him. It's like, what do you do with him? I mean, he's not quite good enough to be World Championship. He's got too much charisma to just be a jobber. It's like, what do you do with Heath? BX, I think Cesaro's definitely one of them. I'd like to see him get a run elsewhere and show what he can do, and especially if Hero's on the independent scene as well at the moment, we might be able to get the Kings of Wrestling into AEW, and if they're trying to push the tag team division, that could be interesting. You've got Nakamura as well as someone that I was a massive fan in New Japan and just doesn't seem to have really done much elsewhere. Sami Zayn is someone that I really think needs something as well. Sami Zayn really needs to move because he's not doing anything in WWE at all. He needs something, I think, in my opinion. And then it's what they do with Gargano and Ciampa as well. I mean, I know both of them are pretty happy to work NXT, aren't they? But they both deserve to be much higher up than that, and I don't know, they're probably happy. That's the difficult thing. We don't know how people think in We don't know how people think, do we, I suppose? Yeah, I mean, if El Generico turned up, that'd be great, yeah. Yeah, I like Heath. I think he has a good use, but it's just it's trying to squeeze him in, isn't it, for that little comedy run here and there. Yeah, I just, especially with Impact not really having a mid-card belt, it's difficult, really, unless he would qualify for the X Division. I mean, there's a possibility he could qualify for that. Yeah, I mean, I think he could... Cedric Alexander, yeah, definitely as well. Same scenario as Adam Cole, where his wife works for AEW. Although he is starting to get a bit more of a... He was one of the people that Heyman really wanted to push, wasn't he? And he's starting to get a bit more of a run now, isn't he? He's part of this stable with Mustafa. I mean, that entire group, Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, and Ricochet, those three, if they made the jump, that could be a big... Wow. Martinez just kicking everybody who's happy to take one. Ruslan Martinez down, dropping a senton. Rush with the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. I think AEW do need a couple of big faces. I was thinking this the other day. Just looking at the all-out card. When you put face against heel, you end up with a lot more big heels and you've got faces to put up against them. So I think they need a big face. I mean, unless they're going to do like a... I don't know, like a turn maybe, I don't know. It's something that Taz used to use back in ECW BXFit. It's I mean, the whole idea behind the story was that because Moxley was unable to compete because he'd caught, well, he was at risk of catching COVID from the WWE lot, obviously because he lives with Renee Young. He wasn't able to turn up for the championship match. So Heyman sort of gave him the FTW belt, which was sort of like the... what essentially was, it's a bit like the unofficial championship belt, like he just crowned himself sort of thing. But yeah, I think there's only, I don't know, I think Sabu might have held it for a bit. But yeah, it's nothing to do with AEW, it's something that Taz brought in. It's not an official AEW belt or anything like that. I would have always said The Undertaker versus Sting, to be honest, as a dream match. But to be honest, I think it's the ship's probably sailed on that one now. If that match happens now, it's not going to be anywhere near as good, really. Because they left it too long. They had opportunities, and now both of them are too old and probably can't put on the match that we would have wanted. PCO, big clothesline. Into the pin on punishment. This could be a big one for PCO. Nope, only a 2 count. And the 2 triple threat matches have really made this card a lot longer than the rest of the show had. Typing away. Yeah, it's an unofficial belt that Taz crowned Brian Cage with just to crown him as the unofficial world champion while Moxley was out. It's sort of a thing from Taz's old gimmick back in ECW. Rush doing well here. Yeah, AJ versus Michaels would be a cracking match as well. But again, they had the opportunity to do these matches. That's the annoying thing. They've had the chances. I mean, Michaels has wrestled over the past few years, but now he's getting older and older, and the chance of these matches happening are less and less now. Yeah, Dory Funk versus Terry Funk. Martinez with a big elbow into the knee of Rush. Now takes him up as PCO just flattens him. 3 monsters in this match. Nobody wants to suffer the loss. They all want those 2 points, which would throw them straight into the television championship picture, I believe. The television championship currently held by AJ Styles. Rush now slamming Martinez down. Instead of going for the pin, he goes for the head scissors. Big boot in the face. Nobody seems to want to win this match, do they, really, at this point in time? Oh, yeah, there's a few, I suppose. It's just, I think the Fiend versus... The Fiend versus The Undertaker would have been a good one. I think The Fiend versus The Undertaker in some sort of match would have been very fun. Maybe like a buried alive match or something like that would have been good. It's hard to think, isn't it, when you've got PCO in the ring here. You've got a man who wrestled in some of the very early WrestleManias. It's crazy to think, isn't it, really? PCO with a pin, still not enough to keep Rush down. My screen keeps going off. 1 second. I'm moving again soon. My screen just keeps going off. There we go. Wouldn't work now. And Rush gets the win. Wow, I got that working just in time, didn't I, really? Big win by Rush here. Gets himself the 2 ranking points. Now, of course, Rush was the man that AJ Styles defeated to become the television champion. And he would have just forced himself back into the question here with that win. With the win. Yeah, it's something that I never really was a massive fan of with the technical style, but as I got older, I much more appreciate it now. When I was younger watching wrestling, it was something I never really appreciated, but there is some very, very good technical... I used to hate Chris Benoit. I used to get so bored watching him wrestle, and now when I watch his matches back, I mean, obviously, ignoring what he did elsewhere, but watching his matches back, he was a very talented wrestler. And Dean Malenko as well. There were some very, very good technical wrestlers out there. Let's see if this one goes to an hour-long draw. Oh yeah, Angle Benoit. Was the Angle Benoit Jericho triple threat? We spoke about this the other week, didn't we? The best 2 out of 3 falls triple threat. The first fall was worth 1 belt and the second fall was worth another belt. Is that the one I'm thinking of? We do keep putting the Attitude Era up on the votes, and it always gets a few votes, but never enough to bring it into the actual universe mode so far. Be fun to have it, though, at some point. See, we've gone with classic CM Punk as well, from the era-relevant CM Punk. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah. That was WrestleMania, wasn't it? Can't remember which number, but it's one of the WrestleManias. So, these Final Fantasy videos, I didn't think they were going to go down that well. I just want to stream them because I really want to play them, and they've actually got more views than some of our previous 2K ones, to be honest. There goes my phone ringing. Good times. So the big question I've got for you guys then at the moment is, when we did our sort of like pilot episodes... These people don't understand. I think if you don't answer one phone, you're not going to answer the other one, are you? There we go. Yeah, so on our pilot episode, we had a qualifier for our Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match to crown the first Ring of Honor champion at the pay-per-view. Now, in that episode, we had Adam Cole defeat, where is it? Daniel Bryan. Now, do we stick with that? Do we honour Adam Cole's victory, or do we start from scratch? That's the question I've got for you guys. It's up to you. Punk now bringing Joe back up to his feet. Round the back. Into that DDT. Joe now bringing Punk back up, looking for the chops across the shoulder. Not quite. Oh, what a dive by CM Punk to the outside. Yeah, we give Adam Cole the opportunity. I mean, he did earn it. He beat Daniel Bryan, so he does deserve it. AJ Styles will probably be out of this as well because, of course, he's the television champion. So what I'll do is I'll add AJ... I'll add Adam Cole into that Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match. Fatal 4-Way Iron Man for ROH title. So... this is to put the second person in that match, as Adam Cole is already in there. Punk now bringing Joe back up to his feet, send him into the corner. Punk springs to the outside. What's he got planned? Springboard clothesline. Pretty basic, nothing special. Big knee strike in the face. Boom. We could definitely put those two in a match, Terrence, to be honest. Jay Briscoe, of course, lost in the first round of the Tag Team Championship tournament here tonight against the Hardys, but I'm sure we could do a Jay Briscoe, Jay Lethal qualifier. I mean, we've got so many good names. We might have to make the next two qualifiers like Fatal 4-Ways themselves, to be honest. When you look at the roster, we've got some massive names on here. Seth Rollins is another one that we haven't spoke about yet. Yeah, we'll have to try and think of some good ones, but that could definitely be one. The Battle of the Jays. Nice takedown by Joe. Boot in the gut. And alley-oops. CM Punk across the ring. Big clothesline taking Punk down to the ground. Joe now brings Punk back up to his feet. Back into the ring. And slamming him face first into the mat. Joe in control of CM Punk here, trying to earn himself that opportunity, like I said, to fight for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship at the finale. German keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Dragon keeps the grip, rolls the hip into a straight jacket. Boom. Trio of suplexes by Samoa Joe. Not enough though. God, I'm hungry now. Why am I so hungry all of a sudden? And Joe now locking in the Coquina clutch on CM Punk. Grapevines. The legs. Will this be enough? Is Punk going out? Or is Punk able to fight free? The arms are moving. Joe decides maybe going for the pin is the best bet, but maybe not. Punk now around the back. Into the pin. Referee slow down though. Oh, I need a 2 count. CM Punk stalking Samoa Joe. What's the plan? Oh, Joe just wiped him out though. Joe absolutely wiped him out. Joe with that trio of suplexes once again. Bridges in the middle of the ring. That's got to be enough, isn't it? No. Still only a 2 count. Wow. Joe flattens Punk once again. Joe sending Punk. Joe's really working Punk over. It's a matter of time, surely. As we see the Muscle Buster. That's got to be enough now, surely. Well, that answers your question, Terrence. Oh! Still only a 2. Bloody Nora. This is insanity. Joe working him over, twisting the head. And if this was a win now, it's be disappointed. That's only a 2 count still, okay. And now it's Punk getting some power over on Joe. Punk now getting in the back into that DDT, hammerlocked. There's the pin. If Punk pulls this off now, that's insane. Oh my god, he has as well. CM Punk has actually pulled this off. After taking all of that abuse from Samoa Joe, CM Punk gets the victory, and CM Punk is going on to our finale to fight to become the first Ring of Honor champion. There he goes. CM Punk is also not finished here. Insult to injury being added. CM Punk showing his insolence, but also showing his ability, and there we go. Victory for CM Punk. We now know CM Punk and Adam Cole are 2 of our 4 men fighting for that Ring of Honor championship. Alright, so we're done then with Ring of Honor for the night. Yeah, pretty good show. There was a couple of squash matches which probably didn't help them too much, but the 2 triple threats in the main event definitely put on some good action for us. Anyway, let's move on.